I'm Ajay Sharma. I'm Assistant Professor of Forestry at University of Florida.
I'm John Willis. I'm a research forester with the Southern Research Station of the United States Forest Service based out of Auburn, Alabama.
And this is beginning of May 2021, and we are in Escambia Experimental Forest in southern Alabama, United States.
So what we're looking at here is a 70-year-old-ish longleaf, even-aged stand, and longleaf pine is the kind of premier fire-adapted species in the southeastern United States. So anytime we're talking about managing or restoring longleaf pine, fire is going to be part of the picture. So what we're looking at specifically here is a demonstration area of biennial burning. So every 2 years we came in and we burned in a different season. We've got summer burn, we've got a winter burn, spring burn, and we have a no burn control. So what we're looking at here is the unburned control part of this demonstration, and this particular plot has not been burned in over 4 decades. And just right off the bat you can see the effects of not having fire in the system. And what that's done is this created this very dense mid-story. You've got some invasive species moving in. You've got very little light that's moving down to the forest floor, which is very important for species diversity in the longleaf habitat in the understory. And probably the most noticeable change in this particular example is you can just see forest succession starting to progress, and we're getting a lot more hardwood species that are into the mid-story, and in some situations even co-dominance in the stand. So right now what we're seeing is longleaf pine is really starting to lose its control in the stand, and it's transitioning over into hardwood dominance. So here we're standing in a winter burn treatment that was just burned a few months ago here in 2021, and just right off the bat you can see the very noticeable difference compared to the no burn control. We've got the open mid-story, the understory is getting plenty of light coming in, and while we do have some hardwood species in this stand, we certainly don't have the amount that we did in the unburned control. And in many ways, a lot of the hardwoods that we do have, they're fire-adapted species like southern red oak, and certainly sweet gum, which can sprout back and is adapted to almost all disturbances. But it's very striking just the effect of fire in the system. And this is just, again, an example of the winter burning, which is historically what we've done in the longleaf pine ecosystem. Okay, so where I'm standing now is a replicate in the demonstration area of a spring burn. And as you can see, obviously we've got the understory starting to grow up here. That obviously that'll get burned down here once we reapply fire into the system. But just taking a look into the mid-story, you can see it's very open, just like the winter season burn was. And actually you can look, and I don't see very many hardwood species, if any at all, that are in the co-dominant or dominant position. So now I'm standing in the summer burn replicate, and much like the spring burn, obviously we've got the understory that's starting to develop up. But again, what we don't see is hardwoods in the mid-story. We don't see any hardwoods in the overstory. We see plenty of light getting through to the forest floor. So in terms of what we're trying to accomplish in restoration or in management here of keeping light on the forest floor, in comparing the winter burn, the spring burn, and the summer burn, I think that they're very comparable in that we're getting lots of light down to the forest floor, which is going to help in time with species diversity and things like that.